Hey guys, welcome back to the next part of I Read Your Comments. Today I'm gonna summarize your comments from the last two videos of the game XCOM UFO Defense part 23 and part 24, and I wanted to actually jump straight back into the game because, well, to be honest, I'm being lazy. I just wanted to play. My initial thoughts were read the comments, make some notes, and then jump into the game. But while doing so, I realized quickly maybe it's a good idea to do another comment video first. There are two really important reasons. The first one is I'm getting more information when I'm reading them out loud, and the second thing is I'm getting a little bit of practice. So the reading practice and speaking practice, and I may do better. Not sure, seems, you know, depending in the actual gameplay. So I think that's a good thing. Anyways, so we're gonna start with Gabriel C, and he says we start with XCOM UFO Defense Part 23, and Gabriel C says stunning civilians actually can be a good thing. If they're stunned, they aren't running around like fools, and I doubt aliens will kill them. Though, who knows for sure with XCOM. That's true. I was actually, I was wondering if we allow to stun aliens, if this is, you know, affecting our score in the end, because I just don't know it. And the next thing is Logan Shu, and Logan Shu said, wrote, right? Yeah, he wrote. Logan Shu wrote, since you are seeing bubbleheads for the terror mission, that means they are... Small cut because of the word accompanied gave me some trouble. So Logan Shu wrote, since you are seeing bubbleheads for the terror mission, that means they are accompanied by cyberdisks. Each alien race has its own terror unit. For example, floaters have the Reaper. The widely feared grasshoppers others mentioned before are the terror units for other race you haven't seen yet. So I get what you mean. So every like you said, every alien race has this special thing, like the Cyberdisk and the Reaper, but the grasshopper are like bubbleheads, right? They have a special thing which I haven't seen yet. So this is what I think, because the last sentence gave me some trouble. It's not you, it's probably me, but sometimes I just stuck a little bit. 3044 almost took off Dave Play's head with the auto shot. Good thing he was kneeling. Yeah, that's I think that's very good to know. I was really thinking, okay, we are able to take a lot of damage because we have the armor protection, but we were lucky that we were kneeling, so that's good to know. 34 and 40 seconds, each type of rocket has its own explosion radius. Tank rockets have medium power and radius. Somewhere between the small rocket and large rocket. The tank's armor is good enough where it usually isn't hurt by its own rockets. Okay, just let me test this one. Today I'm a little bit lazy. Just use the same... Radius. I'm just using the same PC for translation. Okay, well, that's good. Okay, that's good to know. I always say that's good to know, so I'm stuck about that. But it's really good to know that that our own tank can probably take our own grenade. Yeah. Okay. 42, Dave Plays, wasn't hurt that badly. Since there were no fatal wounds, you don't need to use the medikit in this case, since it can be used only to patch up fatal wounds, to prevent soldiers from losing more health. He won't heal on battlefield. Not sure if you noticed, but his throwing accuracy was adversely affected though, so he might not be as reliable for the rest of the battle. I think I do know what it means, but let me just... Adversely, nachteilig, I see. Okay, and no, I have noticed this, and also I have to say, you guys, I forgot some certain things you guys already told me. I remember them afterwards. Also, I'm coming to this later with the grenade and stuff, but I just forget that we can't actually heal our soldiers. I think Kjotleik gave me a good example how the medikit works. I just forgot kind of how it works, but we can't heal them. So yeah, good to know. Good that you say that. 47 and 30 seconds. That white bar, this one. That white bar is the stun damage that your soldiers has taken from standing in the smoke. If the white bar grows greater than your current health, you will fall unconscious. When you shoot aliens with the stun bombs, you are raising the stun damage on the same way. Yeah, this is why it is easier to knock out aliens when they are injured. At full health, you may need more than one stun bomb. Each turn they are unconscious, the stun damage will decrease a little, so after enough turns, not sure how many, they will regain consciousness. Usually the battle will be over before they do though, unless you move very slowly. Unless you move very slowly, what does that mean? Usually the battle will be over. Okay, I get it. Well, okay, that means it's better to, if I understood this correctly, it's better to hit. Let me just read this in quietness again and just make sure. Okay, now it's clear. I read this again in quietness. Yeah, okay, it makes absolutely sense, and it's good to know, because I can use it more efficiently in the next time. Yeah, so it's basically harder to stun an healthy, if I may say so, an healthy alien. So we should first injure it, damage it, making it weaker. We should make it weaker, and then it should be easier to stun it. So that is what I get. Okay, that's the gist of it. So I got this. Your armor is shown at the bottom of the soldier stat screen. At the bottom of the soldier stat screen. Okay, that's interesting. 48. 4840. It is okay to stun civilians as long as they are not dead. You don't lose any points. That's very good to know. Okay, very good hints, guys. Very good hints so far. The next thing is next comment is from Kjotleik, and he says, "Good job, thank you." And that's I'm gonna go now. No, good job so far. Okay. Good job so far. But please don't forget the first paragraph Logan Shu wrote. It is not the sectoids themselves that are tough to deal with on terror missions. It is their terror units. I see. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Sometimes stunning a civilian is the best way to save a civilian. If he stands out in the open and aliens are ready to shoot at him once it is their turn, it is not silly to stun him. What is silly is to waste a stun bomb on a civilian instead of capturing an alien leader though. Maybe it is better to just let the civilian die and take the negative points. Capturing the alien leader early may be more important, really. In fact, I'm positive it is. Well, that's an interesting thing. Well, I just thought about. You guys told me this already. There is a way to see exactly. I remember. I guess there is a way to see if somebody is a leader by when we shoot at him. This is what I remember. I'm sorry. When we try to capture a high-rank alien, we can figure it. We could figure it out if it's a high-ranked alien by shooting at him, and if it doesn't die immediately or after 2 shots, it's probably a high-rank alien or something like this. I hope. Please bear with me if I'm a little bit, forgot certain things. In theory, aliens can kill a stunned civilian. In theory, aliens can kill a stunned civilian. All you need to do is to bunch up a group of your own soldiers next to the stunned civilian. This grenade magnet is sure to attract the attention of an alien grenade, but the alien will not target the civilian, he will target your soldiers. Okay, so using the alien, the grenade magnet tactic is a good tactic to save the civilian, but I would never do it if we would risk to get a grenade, right? In theory, aliens can kill a stunned civilian. All you need to do is... okay, I see. In theory, aliens can kill a stunned civilian. All you need to do is to bunch up a group of your own soldiers next to the stunned civilian. This grenade magnet is sure to attract the attention of an alien grenade. Now I get it. But the alien will not target the civilian. He will target your soldiers. Okay, this is the only way how, or this is probably how we would... I mean, he made a negative example, so I get this. Okay, good. I got a little bit confused, but I mean, it's not the first time. Okay, small cut, and we're gonna read your comments from part 24. So those are the comments from part 24 of the game XCOM UFO Defense, of course. Before we continue, I would like to just point out something Logan Shu said, because he commented that we were lucky that Dave were kneeling. I misinterpreted it. We were kneeling with Dave Plays in this situation, and I was shooting with one of the soldiers at the alien, and he said we were lucky that Dave Plays were kneeling, otherwise we would have shot his head off of his shoulder. So just wanted to point out, because that's very interesting that he mentioned it. I like that fact. I like the fact that he mentioned that, because it's true, absolutely true. So we are, just try to point this out. Anyways, let's start with reading your comments from part 24. Okay, Kjotleik starts off by, is this the right order? Yeah. So Kjotleik starts off, he says, first things first, remember to heal Lucy Hardening's, that's her name. Remember to heal Lucy Hardening's fatal wounds. She killed the cyberdisk. The cyberdisk exploded and injured Lucy. Standing too close when killing a cyberdisk can be fatal. Fatal, right? Fatal.
Fatal.
Fatal. Yeah, that's a good point. I'm gonna write this down. Okay, I wrote it down. Very, very vital hint. So thanks for that. And now he says, this is how grenades work. This is how grenades work. As long as you hold the grenade, it will not explode, even if the timer runs out. When you prime a grenade to 0 and throw it, it explodes at the end of your turn. If you prime it to 1 and through it, it explodes at the end of the alien's turn before before your second turn. I see. If you prime it to 2 and through it, it explodes at the end of your second turn but before the alien's turn, second turn. Think of it as half turns. That's very good. It's a very good thing. I mean, the thing about grenades is that I actually, during the gameplay, just forgot that I was so nervous that the grenade would explode that I completely forgot the story of Logan. I forgot that even though we pre-prime a grenade, doesn't mean that it will explode in our hands. It only explodes if we are gonna throw it. It only starts counting when we actually threw the grenade, because I remember Logan's story that he always did pre-prime every grenade, smoke grenades, also the explosive grenades, until he got shot and one of his soldiers dropped the pre-primed grenade and then explode the whole squad. So I remember that, and this can only be make sense if, you know, so if the grenade doesn't explode in your hands when you pre-prime it. So I knew it, but I kind of forgot it during the gameplay. It's weird sometimes, but it's still good that it happened, because now I didn't catch that it would be like a half turns, which is also very good. So I'm very thankful for this hint, because now it's clear to me. Yeah, so this was actually a good thing, although I forgot kind of. But he says, if you prime a grenade to 2 and keep it in your inventory, it will have counted down to 1 after your turn and 0 after the alien's turn. Next turn you can throw it or not. If you do throw or drop it on the ground, it will explode at the end of your turn because it has reached 0. If you keep holding it, it will be live, but not explode until it ends a turn on the ground. Okay, well, I get this. I really get that. I'm surprised, but I get it. It's kind of complicated, but also very simple. So, but well explained. At a little thought at the end. A little thought at the end. You seem concerned about blowing up civilians if using grenades. If there is an alien not far from the cyber disks or any other alien on the terror mission, how long do you think that civilian will survive? Let me put it this way. If you don't kill the alien will kill the civilian on the next turn. Either way, the civilian ends up dead. Do you want one dead civilian and one dead alien, or one dead civilian and one live alien that will shoot at your next time? That's a very good question, but I have to say to my defense that I mean, that's clear to me. But what I thought was that if I kill the alien, my concern was if I'm responsible for killing the alien, I would get a huge punishment for that. So I was thinking, if I risk killing the alien, I didn't know if it's worth to kill the alien and would risk to kill the civilian too, and if this would give me a bad score. So I didn't know what to do in this case. I mean, of course, if you ask like this, it makes totally sense to say you should better make sure that, you know, that the alien is dead no matter what, because the alien will kill the civilian. I get that, but my concern again was if I'm responsible for killing the alien, if this would give me such a huge disadvantage or punishment in the end, it may not worth it to do so. So this was what I was thinking. But yeah, it makes sense. I hope you got what I mean. So it's a little bit hard to express that. Gabriel C says Lucy needs medical attention. I think that's good that you pointed it out again, because it emphasizes this. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna take care of Lucy. I'm gonna be honest, I almost forgot again. I wrote it down though, but I already forgot, so this is good that you write those stuff. Thank you, Gabriel. Logan Shu says, thanks to not see... Oh, sorry, I'm you know, a lot of reading. Thanks do not see further than your soldiers. You saw the cyber discs. You saw the cyber discs because there was light from the street light. Yeah, I was thinking, and I was asking myself this: what's going on with that? Okay, that's very good. Yes, you saw the cyber disc through the window. Thank you. That's very good. Those questions I asked myself. I was wondering. Tanks start battles with full stats. Any damage from previous battles is repaired. But the Cyberdisc has a powerful plasma cannon, so it is more likely to destroy your tank than the small arms fire from other aliens. It still must have been a very unlucky shot from the Cyberdisc to kill your tank in one shot, though. That's good that you say it, because I was really thinking, is this how it works? A disc is just at this, and then my tank is gone after one shot. I'm happy to read that it's bad luck in a way. And then I think, why do I experience all those? Good to know, very good to know. The grenade won't explode in your hand when the timer runs out. It will explode if you threw it, drop it. Setting the timer 1 means that the timer will run out at the end of the alien's following turn. To have it expire at the end of your next turn, set the timer to 2. That way, if you somehow drop the grenade on the current turn, you will have time to pick it back up before it explodes. Okay, 4515. The Cyberdiscs actually missed Lucy. It hit and destroyed the wall next to her. If it had hit Lucy, she probably would not be still standing. We have to check this, guys. Okay, so we are here in the video. I turned down the volume because it's confusing. And in 5 seconds, I see. Yeah, I see. Okay, I see. That's good. Okay, you know, sometimes it's a little bit like if you play the game, you're not watching. I remember, well, the sentence is not for me. Where am I? You don't see it. It's like Vera Birkenbill, which anyway, I don't want to go into that too much, but she basically said sometimes it's like you see more if you are not the driver. Imagine you're driving a car with your friend, and your friend is driving, and you are sitting next to him. You see more of the road of what surrounds you than the driver, because the driver has the focus. He only sees one straight way, where there is the guy who sits next to him or her can look around. It's not, you know, so that is what I'm not saying. It's I just remember that. I just wanted to. I think that's just so nice. I like the explanation on that. So I haven't. Well, I'm sorry, guys. I haven't seen it. This is what I try to say. I haven't seen it, and that's my excuse for that. But not as much as an excuse. It's just something I just like the. How do I say that? The thinking progress, or the thought. Yeah. Anyways, I'm sorry about that I'm digressing so hard in such a bad way that you probably don't even know what I meant. Anyways, where were we? Here. Yeah, I wrote this. This one, exactly. Okay, I'm sorry about it, guys. Okay, I think if the cyberdisks explode, no, sorry. I think if the cyberdisk explosion kills a civilian, it counts as the alien killing. It counts as the alien killing the civilian. Not great, but you lose less points than if you if you yourself killed the civilian. That is exactly what I was asking for. This was my thinking. I just a little bit sorry that I, you know, in the end my reading skill just blah blah blah. So now it's clear. That's very good to know, and it will help me next time to make a better decision, you know. So because my actually thinking was, what happens if we destroy the disk and the explosion kills the alien? Is this my fault, and is this giving me a negative score in the end, which makes the whole mission maybe worthless? And if so, that wouldn't be a good thing to do. But because of that, it's it's good to know for the next time. Okay, guys, thank you for all your effort you put into those comments. It's very well written. So you guys doing always a great job. And yeah, I'm just thankful for that, because it's a lot you're doing it very well. So sometimes I misunderstand, but it's usually my fault, and I just want to thank you for that. Anyway, so I think I'm done with the reading. Now I'm gonna take a little bit of a break, and then later I'm gonna record the next part and see how this works. I'm scared. Well, we'll see how it will work. Okay, thank you for watching. If you watched it so far, I wish you a good weekend. Stay safe, and yeah, we'll see us in the gameplay. Bye bye, and auf Wiedersehen. Oh, Wiedersehen.